Greetings, Captain. Ben here. Welcome to the official quick guide of Starpoint Gemini Warlords. The game is a work-in-progress product, so in turn, this quick guide might also see some changes in the near future. We will be updating it as the new features are added to the game. You will see a list of the mechanics we plan to cover, so feel free to click on any button to skip to the desired part of the tutorial. You will also have a button throughout the video should you decide to return to its content. First, let's go over the most important HUD elements. At the bottom left corner, you can see the radar which shows the position of nearby ships. You can also notice the 4 thin lines surrounding its edge. These lines represent the power of your shields. If you hover above the radar, it gives you the ability to transfer the ship's power to various ship systems, depending on your immediate needs. Simply drag and drop the circular icon to a system you wish to boost. At the moment, you can boost the shields and hull of your ship, its weapons, and speed. At the bottom right corner, you have access to your skills and equipment. Make sure you go through the controls menu to bind them to the right keys. Now, let's dock to our station and grab a freelance mission. Once you're in the proximity of your station, a docking button will pop up at the bottom of your screen. Click on it or press the quick action key to start the docking sequence. Let's take a job with some action included. Notice the waypoint which represents the location of the job. Click on the waypoint and press the middle mouse button to open the context menu. A new radial menu should pop out, giving you several options depending on the type of the selected object. For now, let's press the Go To option, which will activate the autopilot and our sublight engines. Now, let's talk about movement and the most important camera modes in the game. You can use the WASD to change the direction of the ship, and the Q and E to roll. Scroll up and down to increase and decrease the speed. The default key B is used for the sublight to gain even more speed. In case you ever get disoriented, use the Align to Plane action bound to P by default. You also have several camera modes available. Cycle through them by pressing the Tab button. The default, normal mode, positions the camera focus in front of your ship. Use the previously mentioned keys to navigate, or click and drag with your left mouse button to change the direction of your ship. Next, camera mode, called Turret View, gives you the ability to freely orbit the camera around your ship without changing its path. This mode is ideal for chaotic fights in case you need to rapidly cover multiple corners and views. Mounted camera and first-person camera views attach the camera to the front part of the ship and are similar to the first camera type. We will have to confirm our destination once again, since the autopilot disengages the moment you override it with your manual controls. Now, let's take a moment to enjoy the scenery while our ship glides to the pirate's location. Tactical Overlay activates as soon as you engage the enemy. You can turn it on and off manually if you wish so. It provides you with invaluable information on your systems, shields, light and heavy weapons, etc. The outer part represents your shields. Each part out of 4 of them protects the ship from their respective sides. Notice how one of my shield sides is being depleted. If it drops down to 0, it will take some time to reactivate and start regenerating. I would like to avoid that, so I'm going to slightly turn my ship to engage the other shields, while my damaged one refills. However, I have to consider the fact that my weapons can't fire in all directions. The next 2 lines represent the heavy weapons. The one on the right tells you the amount of ammunition for the turret on that particular side of the ship. The left one represents the reload time once you fire. You can use the X key by default to fire the heavy weapons, but only if your heavy weapon turret is facing the enemy. The next part of the tactical overlay represents the energy of your light weapon turrets. Notice how the energy depletes the longer you fire. To increase the energy amount, as well as the damage you do, remember to transfer the energy to your weapon system. You can either fire automatically or fire manually. By default, you can press the F key to cycle through the different firing modes. Auto fire or fire at will option has some accuracy, rate of fire and damage penalties, but is really handy in bigger fights. Manual fire removes all of those penalties but requires you to fire the weapons. Once you click on the enemy, you will notice the two most important parts of the target lock. Blue arcs represent its shields, while the green blocks represent its hull integrity, or in other words, hit points. Use the middle mouse button to open the context menu and to mark the selected target. This focuses all your fire on that particular target, if the turrets are facing in the right direction. They will still fire at other targets in case they are not able to hit the marked one, but will switch to it as soon as you turn your ship. Now, let's skip ahead to a real fight to demonstrate the currently available skills. Our goal is to defend the Proxima, the powerful ship capable of massive planetary destruction. You have to utilize the power redistribution system between the weapons and the shields, and combo up the skills and equipment for the maximum damage output. One of the combos is to use the gravity pull skill to pull nearby enemy ships and then blast them with the shotgun skill, which deals quite a bit of damage to the target and the adjacent ships. Remember to keep your main target above your ship, because most of your turrets on it are optimized to fire from that particular direction. Depending on the size and the class of your ship, it can get really tricky maintaining the perfect positioning in fights. It would be best if you use the turret view mode to have the best view of the battlefield. Also, make sure to utilize your equipment, such as repair bots or systems which increase your damage output. These are not that expensive to replace, but can give you the necessary edge to win close fights. Once we have successfully defended Proxima and captured the planet, we can now head back to our main station and repair our ship. In case you have some extra money to spend, check out the available weapons and their enhancements. There are 3 types of light weapons: plasma, beam, and rail. Plasma has the shortest range and deals moderate damage to shields in the hull. Railgun has the longest range and deals extra damage to the hull. Beams are highly accurate as these are the instant weapons which deal extra damage to the shields. You can equip various battery turrets with these weapons. Heavy weapons deal almost no damage to shields, but are great against the hull. Once you are satisfied with the turret layout, check out the Enhancements tab. Click on a turret to access the available enhancements and hover over a few of them to check their stats. These usually increase your damage output, rate of fire, accuracy, range, and similar attributes. Remember that you can also enhance your other ship systems such as shields, engines, sensors, etc. Enhancements can get pretty expensive, so it's important to maintain a stable economy of your empire. Use the construction panel to improve your HQ, which is your main station. Additional HQ modules give various benefits. Some grant access to more powerful fleets, while others increase the amount of structures you can erect to increase your resource gain, or improve upon the existing structures. If we check the star chart, there are some resources you have to keep an eye on. Credits are the main currency in Gemini, and are used everywhere. Mining operations increase your ore yield, and can be found in asteroid fields. Gas collectors can be found in nebulae, and they are used to get gas, mostly used for research. Junk reclaimers are located in junk fields to get valuable materials used to construct the ships for your fleets. As you can see, it can get really tricky maintaining a large-scale empire, especially if you wish to be an aggressive warlord. The start might be slow for some players, but dedication, experience, and wisdom shape the perfect leader. In any case, you will always have access to community mods on our workshop to balance the game to your liking. Good luck, and safe travels, Captain. Ben, signing out.